there are three of you like that, okay. Oh, it's been an ongoing issue. There have been ongoing issues with the AV capture software, so be patient with that. But if there are three of the four of you in the same room, then we have to record those meetings, and they have to be available for public review afterwards. So there are a couple different places with recording capabilities, but Council Chambers is the one with the audio video AV capture. So I can get with Sabrina, see what the availability of Council Chambers is, and then we can work that with our regular schedules. If it can happen during the day, great. If it has to happen in the evening, then it has to happen in the evening. So, but we'll start coordinating that.
Okay,
Okay.
that would be great because I just think that too many things are being done and it's being bypassed, by by the commission, and pretty soon there won't be anything to protect. So we've got to get on it. And I like the framework idea. A lot of money was spent on doing it, a lot of time, and I liked it. And obviously the council did, but they wouldn't have approved it. So, okay, well, let's go then to the next,
Can I add to
under new business.
before you move on?
Do you have
Second,
anything
well,
else?
it'll be included in that workshop, but the idea of trying to, offer the color palette that matches the colors of this that we've approved.
Mhm.
It would be nice if there was, some adherence to that. And it goes for not just lighted signs, but obviously signage of any kind, including artwork and murals.
Mhm.
And, and not to
Well,
regurgitate things in the past, but there are things that were not, if historical preservation is the key, and we had been included, the things that happened could have been made better with our input. And that's all I ask. We have to be, there's no point of us being here if we're going to be ignored. So that's what I ask. I don't know who's making the decisions, but we are a body that's here for a reason, and I want to see it preserved, and it should be a collaborative effort. Is all I'm saying, and it should be. We should be.
well, and basically, we
more
need
involvement.
we
Sorry,
need the
same thing with
support of,
public involvement.
excuse me for interrupting you.
That's okay. No, the more involvement and the more input that you have from the public, including us, the better the result. But if we're just here to make a ruling on some decision that's already been made for us, then we're not really actually following any kind of rules that are in this book.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. It's a waste of our time otherwise, and yours. You guys are very busy. I want it to be productive, but I also want, the others that are out there to respect us, and they should. Isn't the end goal the same? I mean,
Yeah.
we are on the same page and each other's friends.
Right.
And there will be disputes, and there's protocol for that as well, and guidelines for that. And we're not always going to agree, but the mutual respect has to be there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll definitely approach that with the workshop. So,
And we have
Thank
to have
you.
the support of the city as well.
Mhm.
And Experience Chehalis has to get involved in it. I did call Annalee, and, we need to get together with them. There are very few downtown merchants who are on that board of directors, and it's closed meetings. And they can make decisions and don't have to go to the city, but we can't. And so we need to get something figured out here. It's got to get better. And we'll just have to all work together to make it happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, being an appointed commission of the city, there are different public rules that you have to follow rather than a private company. So,
Mhm.
you know, your meetings have to be public by law. Theirs don't necessarily.
Yeah.
You know, I know that last Friday, I went down to their Fridays with Friends meeting. I was down in the basement, about what, 9 o'clock Friday morning.
Yeah, they do
So-
have that meeting,
Mhm.
but it's usually a meeting that is has its speaker and it's already programmed. It's not the board of directors, the people that are making the decisions.
Right.
Yeah, I've gone there a lot and it's
Mhm.
okay. Well, let's go on to the next item then. Thank you. That was very well said.
This is not the time to propose an actual change, is it? Because there was something I would like to actually propose, if I can.
Oh.
Is this the right time to do it? In light of the fact that we do have vacancy issues on both, and it's always been an
Mhm.
issue.
Oh, yeah.
I would propose that we change that. I'm not sure which code number it is. I had it marked, where it states that we are to have 7 on this commission. If it would be a better choice to reduce it to 5.
Well, it used to be 5.
And it may, and that is an option that I can take back to the mayor.
Okay.
You know, so what I can suggest is, you know, after I talk to Sam and schedule an interview with her, the mayor and I, and we go through that, and if Sam is still interested, then, you know, get her through the appointment with council. Then I can re-advertise again, see what type of interest we get. And if we don't get any applications in again, then maybe we talk about it at another meeting, and you guys request that I request to council that we reduce the number of members from 7 to 5. That it is definitely an option. In the meantime, the patchwork, and I know that we had talked about what is a quorum, and I think there was a difference of opinion or a difference of thought on what constitutes a quorum for this, or maybe somebody misunderstood something somewhere, that it's a majority of 7, but it's not. It's a majority of the active members is how it's written right now. So because there's 5, that means, or because there's 4 of you now, that means as long as 3 of you are here, then we have a
Then
quorum.
we have a
So,
quorum. Good.
yeah.
Okay.
And that's in our rules.
Yes, that is in your rules. So it's not a majority of 7. It's a majority of the 7 seats. It's a majority of the active
Yeah.
members.
And
So-
we put together these rules,
Mhm.
if you remember. And we also, as I remember, we voted to go from 5 to 7 ourselves, I thought.
Yeah, I seem
That
to
that happened.
kind of
You-
remember
you
that
don't
too.
think-
I did.
It was before Celeste.
It was before, that was before me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been with Melissa, but I can see if I can research back through the
Mhm.
minutes, and
Yeah.
there's humming.
I
back
know.
driving me nuts. And see if I can't find where that was discussed before. Yeah.
Okay.
But with your new business item, the Cascade School nomination form, this nomination form is for the National Register. And I was actually just mentioning to Casey before the meeting, I would feel inclined to table this for now. I don't know if you've both had an opportunity, or if all 3 of you have had an opportunity to look through the nomination form. But I have been in back and forth discussions with the DAHP about the nomination form. I think it is lacking in content because it does not speak at all to the interior changes that were made to the building. Not one, it mentions the balcony, it mentions classrooms, it mentions offices, it mentions the lunchroom and the kitchen, and it says nothing about the conversion to residential units. And I would want the nomination form to be reflective of the work that was performed, which it's not. So my last conversation with him was that he was out there earlier this week and took pictures, and he said he would update his language based on our recommendation. But my recommendation is to table this until he updates the nomination form to reflect the work performed. And then we can look at it after it's,
Really
I agree.
been very busy and the past couple of days, and I didn't get that in the computer soon enough, so I haven't really been able to look at it, but I did see this in the paper, and we recommended it to be on the National Historic Register, so it is on the register, but what you're saying is it's what?
sorry,
mean, what is the nomination?
they didn't want to turn back on. So it's not that it's on the register, it was considered eligible.
Oh, it's
So
not on.
no, not yet. That nomination form was to consider it eligible for
Mhm.
listing. You have to go through that process first. But this is a nomination form to actually be placed on the National Register of Historic Places. And like I said, if read through it when you can. But it talks about when you go to the interior here. I mean, it talks about the exterior elevations, it's fine, and I think it describes those pretty well. But the 2 floors generally repeat the same footprint, include room organized around a U-shaped double-loaded corridor, which is true. The first floor is characterized by classrooms, offices, and access to a gymnasium and multi-purpose room. Well, there are no classrooms and offices in there anymore. It's all apartments. And it goes on to speak about the basement floor or the basement level, following the same footprint as the first floor, but not full height throughout. And the area below the first floor stage is partitioned interconnected rooms for storage.
So somebody's
the
done
north
some
wing.
work without
Well, yeah, this says.
coming and looking.
Yeah, this says the north wing features a large lunchroom, a kitchen on the northwest corner. Those are no longer there. They're residential units.
Right.
They talk about the balcony. The balcony's not there anymore. It's been converted to apartments as well. So and then the alterations, they talk about historical alterations in 24, 25, in the 50s, 56, 78, but in 1987. But they do not mention any of the work that's been performed over the last couple of years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I really think we need an updated nomination
Yeah.
form before we
I-
review it.
Yeah, that was a
Okay.
good call.
Yeah,
I didn't get to that. Thank you.
yeah. So I think if we have a motion and a second and then an approval to table this until the DAHP revises their nomination form. So,
Do I hear a
Woody.
motion to table?
I'll move that we table the Cascade School nomination form for now.
mhm.
I hear,
And I second that.
everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Approved. It's been approved.
Yeah. The other person that doesn't have to say anything. Yeah. Okay. So you've left us with some homework, which is fine. We'll go ahead and get working on that. And we'll work on getting a workshop, schedule or options for dates. If there are any dates that you are going to be out of town or unavailable, or if there's every Tuesday from 7 to 9 o'clock, I'm not, it's something, just let me know what your general availability is so that I can come back with a date range. That would be great, a good help too. And another thing I wanted to ask you guys about December, because it is so close to Christmas. Do you want to, if you want to, that's fine, we can. Do you want to hold December's meeting or do you want to wait until January?
Up to you too.
I don't know if I'll be here.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you guys have anything going on or will be out.
It's usually busy in December. I would prefer to wait till January. How do you feel, Joe?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, 'cause that would
Got a couple
be,
of things going on myself, so.
See. So then December 18th, we'll go ahead and cancel that meeting. And I will send that note. I'll give that note to Cassie. We got actually today, I made sure and got all of any schedulings on the council chambers calendar. I took care of with Sabrina today. So there are no more understandings of Wednesday versus Thursday.
Uh-huh.
So,
Right.
yeah,
So-
I was like, well, we're meeting Thursday, and Cassie says, I don't have it on the calendar. And I'm like, well, Nate, put it on the calendar. And that's the calendar on the city's website,
Mhm.
but that's not our internal council chamber reservation calendar
Right.
that it was on. She's like, well, it's not on this calendar. So we got that all fixed,
Okay.
so.
Okay, so other business, signage. Well, I'm just saying that the sign at night is obnoxious. It's just too bright. It's not safe. I mean, looking at these people lifting boxes rather than paying attention to driving. But also the Sterling Savings, their sign is brighter than it's ever been. You know, it never bothered me before because it was a neon sign, but it was very subtle. And so I guess my question to you guys, to you, Celeste,
Mhm.
and is it Nate? Nate, because this is, I think, part of what you maybe do. How do you do the signage? If somebody wants to have a sign put downtown in the historical area, how do you go about it?
Well, if it's in the historic district,
Pardon me?
then yeah, I said if it's in the historic district, then yes, we'll put it through for review.
But there's been
Um,
lots of signs that have gone up. I've seen like lots of, I mean, we have people that have opening new stores and they've got new signs, all over 3 of them in a row. And I think even the furniture people put up a new sign. They're friends of mine that own it, but I mean, it's just that
So,
there's lots of signs that have gone up, and then Geisha, they've got them all over the place.
so changing a sign face of an existing sign doesn't require a permit.
Even if it's a new owner,
Yes, yeah.
so it's grandfathered forever.
If the sign is existing, changing the sign face doesn't require a permit. Yeah.
Well, the color is important in the historical district, and it's changed. It's a different color.
Mhm.
And it's brighter. It's illuminated more. That's different.
Yeah, well, and those are things that, if that we can look at once,
And
we'll take a look.
the
at
sign in the parking lot,
Understand that the bank over here, that big sign was there, but it was not obtrusive. It wasn't boom, boom, boom at you as you're driving toward it.
on the
the
old
sign
Secretary
in
of State building,
in the
is that
parking
one?
lot, the Giza is great, I think. The tall one, it's
Yeah.
lit, but it's subdued and it's easy on the eyes and it matches to me, but it's the LED stuff.
Yeah. And
That's harsh and it's like, a
it's-
large screen panel TV out there, like the electronic, billboard over there on Kresge.
Kresge, yeah.
It's distracting. You notice it. It's great advertising.
I
But,
think,
I don't know.
I don't object so much to around the old Schwartz building, but those are all new signs. They kind of match a little bit, but it's still something that a little more thought should have been put into it. And I just don't understand why, since it is a historical district, that all signage shouldn't be looked at by the historical commission.
Well, that's one of the things that we can workshop, when we have our meeting. But typically sign face changes don't require a permit. Anywhere else in the city, they don't require a permit. So
This isn't anywhere else in the city.
I understand that. That's why I said that's something that we can look at and we can workshop, and then we can take recommendations to council, and then it's up to council ultimately to
Mm.
approve or deny a recommendation for that. So.
And I also think that Experience Chehalis should bring all the murals to us as well. And the reason being is they're making a statement, they're having, they can influence the feel. It's either a modern feel or a historical feel. And I think, I love, in fact, I love the Lewis County sign, but you know what I don't love? I don't love the fact that it's in Chehalis on one of our old, beautiful old buildings, and it's not helping the people in Chehalis. We're Chehalis, we're not Lewis County. But I love it looks good. It's just the wrong place. And
Hold on just a moment.
so I just think that maybe it's Peter. Oh, it's not Peter. Oh, true.
No, it's Chief Gal.
Oh, oh, the chief is up.
Yeah. Thanks, Chief. Up, hold. Good evening.
It really wasn't intentional.
Okay, well, anyway, that being said, I think that we need to communicate better.
Mhm.
And we need to be thinking about if we're going to do something, it has to have a purpose. It has to have a be of a historical nature. It needs to tell a story. We need to get the word out. We're wonderful. And we've got, and this is right across the street from the old Opera House. And the Opera House is fabulous, and what they did. And I think that Bob did a great job, the fellow that owns St. Helens Hotel, of doing the tucking, on the brick. I mean, they just did a beautiful job.
Yeah.
And nobody knows that's the old Opera House. I mean, it's a beautiful building, and it's right across the street from Discover Lewis County. And I mean, it's there and it's done, but I guess from now on, we need to be thinking about Chehalis, and need to be thinking about that keeping it historical. We don't match,
Yeah.
the experience Chehalis. We need to communicate and do better.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
on all sides, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so we talked about signage and the rules. So the 5-member, we all agree that, because the mayor the other day made a statement at the public meeting that we never have a quorum, but we always have a quorum.
Mhm.
And, we never don't. So do we all agree on that?
Yeah, so a majority of the active members does constitute a quorum. And like I said, I will reach out to Sam and schedule something with her and the mayor. And then, honestly, it probably won't be until January before I bring it to council to request a reduction. December, November and December are very busy months for council. Next Monday will be our 7th week in a row of council meetings. So, it probably won't make it to council until
Mm.
January, but I will bring it to them.
Yeah,
So,
But it really doesn't matter whether we're 7 or 5. Because it says that we always have a quorum.
right. But if we get lower than, but now we have,
It says.
if we get any lower than what we're at now, we've got
Okay,
a
it says a
problem.
quorum.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
says a quorum for the conduct of any meeting. Shall it be a majority of current appointed and confirmed members? A quorum for the conduct of any meeting shall be a majority of the current appointed and confirmed members.
Correct. So, appointed and confirmed are the 3 of you plus Pete. But like I said, if it
There's
gets,
4 of us. Yeah.
right, the 3 of you plus Pete.
Yeah.
Right. So the 3 of you here with Pete being absent, that's a majority. If any one of you said you couldn't make it tonight, then we couldn't have a quorum because 50% is not a majority. So that's why it does make sense to have an odd number.
Meeting shall be-
And, but if we get any lower than 4, if we get down to 3, a majority is 2, and that's just, that's not good.
Not
So,
decision making.
so yeah, so I
Okay.
think it just can't get any smaller. That's why I said if we lose more, then we have a problem, not a quorum. So, so yes,
Mm.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with, and I can take to council the request to send it down to 5 total instead of 7, or if they want to keep trying to get the 7. So, you know, ultimately it's their decision.
Yeah, well, it's really too bad because I know there are lots of people out there that love the history and they love and I really don't understand why. And maybe there's no, need to get the commissioners, the council members excited about it. I mean, they should, it's their Chehalis, and I would hope that they like the downtown the way it is, so.
I think a lot of it is getting the word out. I think
I
there's a
do
lot
too.
of citizens
Yes.
that don't have any idea.
And they don't read the paper.
Yeah.
But if they knew the importance of the decision making to make and keep our city historic, you
Mhm.
know, I think there'd be more interest, and it's just, they just don't know.
Yeah.
So we just have to get the word out.
And we're supposed to elevate the great examples of those who have done an excellent job.
Yeah, right, in the past,
And-
yeah.
Bring it to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Everyone's attention.
and even, I mean, for 30 years, that's all I did was advertising major department stores, and shopping centers. And, I just couldn't believe it when we hired people to come in and they came up with the logo for Experience Chehalis for a downtown that is historic. I mean, it cost a lot of money. And I still can't get over that the council, approved it. I mean, and maybe they don't have to approve it. I mean, I don't know how that works, but we need to learn
Yeah.
because if we're going to try to make some sort of a change, we have to get on it, guys. Okay, I guess that's enough said about that.
Nice,
Pardon me?
review.
Okay, so we've gone over that. And we don't have anything going on. Is there anything else for the good of the order? Anything?
I'm just grateful to be here. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
And I think some good things have been discussed
Yeah.
here.
Oh, I think so.
Well, and in the meantime, there's good information.
There what?
I finally read this entire.
Oh, did you?
And there's some really helpful.
There's, what did you say?
There's very helpful information in this.
It is good.
Yeah,
good.
I'm glad I did. So
Good.
I think we'll start the new year on the right footing.
I
Yeah.
think so.
And thank
I think so. Thank you,
Yeah.
Casey.
Okay, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Yeah. You make a motion to adjourn? Do I hear a second?
I second
Did you?
that motion.
Adjourn.
Sing that song.
We're not very good at this.
Well, that's part of the book too, is the